Hey, hello, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of our walkthrough of the Hawksbill. We'll link the first one at the end of the video in case you missed it and want to check it out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Give the video a like and leave a comment if you'd like. All those things help us grow our channel. So if you're thinking of booking here today, we're going to cover the different kind of room categories that they have so you understand what to expect. We're going to cover the food options, where to get a drink, what some of those drinks are. We'll take a look at some of the grounds, and we'll let you know which of the 4 beaches you can catch a sunset at least from our experience in December anyway. The next video will be closing out the Antigua series, and you'll get to hear Karen's good, bad, and ugly of the resort and the island, and we'll go over the cost as well. So if it's cold, crank your heat up to 85, pour yourself something cold, and take a tour through the Hawksbill with us. If it's already warm where you're at, just skip step 1. Cheers! This time, it's informative. The 5 main room categories of the Hawksbill in order of cost are the Beach Club Honeymoon Cove, the Beach Club rooms, Superior Sea View Bungalows, Superior Sea Views, and Garden Bungalows. In addition to that, there's also something they call the Great House, but I'm not sure how you go about booking that one. The rooms at the Beach Club Honeymoon Cove are located on Honeymoon Cove, fancy that. These rooms sleep 2 people. I mean, they are honeymoon rooms, be weird if they slept anything other than that, I guess. But some of them do face Sea Great Beach. You're going to get a nice sunset from that room category if you're on the Honeymoon Cove side. They are the furthest rooms from the lobby, so if you don't like to walk, you probably would want to get that category. If you follow the path right past the sugar mill, it'll take you down to the Royal Palm Beach, and there you'll find the Beach Club rooms. From what I understand, they're the only ones that had Wi-Fi offered in the room as well. So if that's important to you, you might want to book that category. We were in the Superior Sea View Bungalows, the furthest one from the lobby. It was a little bit of a walk, but they do run the whole range of that beach pretty much, so you can get a room closer, probably if you asked. We preferred that side because it was a little bit more remote. This room has a porch out front with a place to sit. It's got an ensuite bathroom, and it had air conditioning and a refrigerator. No TV though. I don't know that there's TV in any of the rooms. If you're going to Antigua to watch TV, then this probably is not the resort for you. Then ask yourself, with water like that, why the hell would you be watching TV anyway? You're going to see 2 buildings that are 2-story. Those are the Superior Sea Views. One of the buildings is located close to the lobby, and the other one's behind the Sea Grape restaurant. I'm not entirely sure you're going to get water views from every one of those rooms, especially the ground floor rooms behind the restaurant. But if you don't like to walk, this is probably one of the categories you would want to consider. And finally, we get to the Garden Bungalows, which are located behind the Superior Sea View Bungalows, which is our category. Not many of these rooms have water view, which is probably why they're the cheapest. If you get lucky, you may be able to get a room that you can see between the bungalows. They're a little bit of a walk to the lobby, I would say, similar to what our room was. But seriously, you're still like a minute to the beach. That leaves the Great House. It's a 3-bedroom suite. It's got panoramic views for the water. It's got its own kitchen, from what I read, and a bar. Other than that, I don't know too much about it or how to book it. Alright, this is the bar you're going to have drinks at night. It's got some great bartenders here. David and the other name will come to me. Christobella, I think her name is. Kind of a different name, but they're both excellent. Give them a tip and they will take care of you. Sometimes they had a reggae band up here. One night, DJ, I think they have karaoke, but we didn't see that. It's not that I would care. But yeah, anyway, there's an old sugar mill back in the background there. Back from, I don't know what year. I'm sure it says on that plaque, and I got it written down somewhere. But yeah, this is the lobby behind me. Not real big. Gives you some cover from the rain though. And there's one buffet. And that's behind me. Sorry, I'm so sweaty. The hills here are just... they're crazy, however you want to phrase it. And I just carried 2 sets of luggage up 5 flights of stairs. So yeah, anyway, this is the lobby and the restaurant. They have smorgasbord over there every day. It's a really big dining room. They usually have hot options there. There's a soup day over there. They bought me good too. Well, kind of peppery, but banana coconut soup. I never finally tried that, but it was really good. This isn't used again to supper, so the process I cleaned it up now, but it's a pretty good place to eat. I always found something here, and I'm pretty picky. Usually have chicken at least. some type of chicken, fresh catch of the day, which has been various, pretty good. There's a lot of tuna here. There's some pork. There's always rice every night is an option. Got an egg station in the morning. No pasta stations. We're kind of used to that. We kind of like that, but they didn't have that, and that's okay. I mean, I'm sure if you stayed in Mexico at some of the nicer resorts, that it's not the food you're going to expecting here, so just be aware of that. One of the nights they had a barbecue grill going on outside. They had beef, chicken, ribs, and I think there was some fish on there as well. They were all pretty tasty, but they only had that one night of the week. Breakfasts were served up near the lobby. They were good. You could get an egg pretty much any way you wanted, including an omelet station. They had different kind of breakfast meats, vegetables, fresh fruits, yogurt available, milk, juices, pretty much the usual suspects. When they seat in the morning though, they do expect you to pick a time for your reservation at night for supper, so just be aware that that's going to happen. As you can see from the picture, we were there during COVID. We were really mostly concerned that you had your mask on when you were talking to the servers, getting your drinks, but when you went back to your table or to where you're sitting, you could take it off. It wasn't an issue after that. On the ocean side of the sugar mill, there's a kind of a secluded spot. You can just sit there and have a smoke and a drink in private. But ladies beware, that's like a wind tunnel there, and your dress may blow up above your head. Karen had some issues. If they had entertainment at night, it was at the lobby bar. We saw a couple bands there, one of them being the Steel Drum Band, and they had karaoke. We were there near Christmas, so this is the Steel Drum Band playing a Christmas carol. At both bars you'll find these colorful cool signs that tell you what's in some of the drinks. There's a restaurant here as well. As you'll see, you can wait in line to get hamburgers and hot dogs, or you can sit down at a table and order off a menu. A lot of the people that come to this resort are British, so they have tea time here from 4 to 5. The bar is open from 10 to 5, and lunch is served from 12:30 to 2:30. The main bartender down at this bar's name was Dalston. I had been calling him David the first night I met him. I got a couple too many. And Karen reminded me the next morning that I had his name wrong, so the next day I apologized to him, but we all had a pretty good laugh about it. And as you can see, he's got one hell of a view from his office. Right next to the bar, there's this lounge you can enjoy a book or watch TV. I saw some people watching hockey one night, and there's people watching, I think it was soccer, quite a bit in there that week. Here's the menu for the Sea Grape restaurant that you can order off of. I personally like the blackened fish wraps. To me, that was the best thing on this menu. I had it a couple days at least. If you want to roll like a baller, you can have a lobster for $80 US. We didn't try that. These are the other menu items you can get from the hot stations here on the right. The hot items did change daily. There's also a tossed salad station there. What you can't see in that picture is that there's a grill back behind there, so that's where all the meat's being cooked. All the serving trays up top have different food that rotates throughout the week. Sometimes it's fish. The chef's special is going to be in one of them. That's on the other menu, so you can take a peek at that. Most of the food was good though. It does get kind of busy at lunch, so you want to get there earlier or at the end, I think, to have the best chance of not waiting in line. So if you order from the menu, you sit down at a table. If you want the hot dogs and hamburgers, you walk up. Both bars have amazing views of the water. From the lobby bar, you can catch the Royal Palm and the Sea Grape beaches, and you can also get a nice sunset at the end of the day here. At the Sea Grape restaurant, you get the Sea Grape beach during the day, where the watercolors are spectacular. And that's the beach, if you're into people watching, you probably want to be at anyway, because that is the busiest beach on the resort. Here's one thing that kind of sucks, other than these steps are killing me. We're checking out, and they don't start lunch here till 12:30, and we're getting picked up to leave at 12:30. So the problem with that is, in Antigua, you've got to get there 2 hours before your flight, so we got to leave now to do that. So you're basically 3 hours away by the time I get to the airport, and then we won't have food. Well, I guess you could buy food on the plane. How good that's going to be, I don't know. I guess we're going to have to do that, because you'll have nothing to eat for like 9 hours by the time you get off the plane from the time we leave here. So that kind of sucks. Here's a bonus. After that clip was filmed, we were able to work out with the bus driver in the restaurant to have the bus wait until everybody on the bus got a wrap to go. So kudos goes out to Grant Swimman for that. Now that we've covered the rooms and the food and the drinks, we'll go through a little bit of the grounds. The Hawksbill Resort has just over 100 rooms. It is all adults. Not the swingers type of adults place, but it's all adults, so if you have children and want to come to Antigua, this is not a venue that you could book. The front desk is open 24 hours a day, and they were pretty attentive to any concern that we had. They do have a pool there. It's kind of small. The picture's a bit misleading on the websites, so just be aware of that. Next to the pool, there's a shack there on the right. There's a ping pong table there on that porch, and inside there's like books and games. If it rains or something, you could get board games and decks of cards and things like that. On the opposite side of the pool, you'll find the washrooms for the Sea Grape restaurant area. And for the lobby, you'll have to actually walk down a set of steps to use the washroom and back up to the lobby. So that's a bit inconvenient. If you have mobility issues, just be aware of that. The sugar mill I referred to is also a gift shop. If you go to it from the seaside, you'll see a set of steps and a door. You may want to buy some water there, and Karen will cover that in our next video, why you'd want to do that. There's a gentleman on site you can book tours with. They have tennis courts there if you're into that. In the heat, I wasn't. And then they do have Wi-Fi there in the lobby. I read that the beach club rooms on the Royal Palm Beach have Wi-Fi in them. I can tell you that ours did not. They also have a water shack where you can rent kayaks and other things like that. We covered that in another video, you can check that out. But that is the building where you're going to get your towels for your loungers and around the pool and things like that. One of the biggest selling features about this property are the beaches. There's 4 of them located right on the resort. One of them is clothing optional, actually the only clothing optional beach in Antigua. You can catch a sunset at 3 of the 4 beaches. Eden Beach has a nice one. Sea Grape Beach, you can see a sunset at the north end of the beach. And the Royal Palm, well, I didn't see one from there. I've seen some beautiful pictures of the sunset there. The one that you can't get one, at least from the beach anyway, is the Honeymoon Cove. You might get it from the suites up top, but this is one place you're not going to see the sun fall right into the water at the end of the day. At least not in December anyway. So that's going to do it for part 2 of the walkthrough for the Hawksbill Resort. Well, like I said, we'll link part 1 at the end of the video. If you have any questions, you can ask us on our social media at Beach Bumbling on Instagram or Facebook. We'll link that in the description of the video. Hopefully this gave you enough information if you're looking at booking this resort, or if you've already booked it, you'll have the idea, the lay of the land before you even get there, and maybe the things, little ins and outs of the resort. Next we'll be heading to Mexico. We'll be doing multiple destinations. One of them was just spectacular, and we'd waited 2 years to go there, so we can't wait to share that with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next time, cheers. Psst, don't forget to like it.